tragic for them.
Double kill. Triple kill. Kill. Extermination.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
This is a video I was really hoping I wouldn't have to make. So, Halo Infinite has actually had exterminations since launch. They've just been limited to just elimination and attrition game types. So here's a clip that I got in matchmaking where I was kind of surprised. I didn't even know that they were in the game yet, and it just randomly gave me a medal right there. So both of these game types are all about eliminating the lives that the enemy team has remaining. And so it makes sense why the extermination medal would be here, especially given that they didn't really work properly in Halo 5. And so this was a safe way for it to start out in the game. And so how it works in attrition is if you get a multi-kill and the enemy runs out of lives on that multi-kill and it's the last enemy on the map, then they give you an extermination. So this is a quick little test with bots where I got a Killtastrophe extermination because I wanted to see how far it could go. And being the montager nerd that I am, I even kept testing it to see if I can get the Killionaire and the extermination medal to be side by side with each other. And so this is how they had been in Halo Infinite until last week's update. Now they are in every single mode. So let's get into this, starting with the good, because there is a lot of good here. The main thing is that it actually does award the medal properly when all 4 are dead, which is a huge improvement from Halo 5, considering that was just awarded whenever you killed every member of the team, didn't matter if they were all dead. And the weirdest thing about Halo 5 exterminations is that you could only get 1 per life. That is not the case anymore. Here's me testing out in bots and Octagon, and sure enough, back to back, same life, I was able to get another extermination medal. So this is huge, and I'm really happy about that. And beyond that, the medal just sounds awesome in this game.
Extermination.
But unfortunately, the reason why I have to make this video is because they still don't work according to previous Halo game rules. And so here's me testing that out. I'm just leaving a guy alive here so I can kill him for what presumably would be the Killtacular extermination. But in this game, it is tied exclusively to the overkill. Any multi-kill higher, even if you wipe out the entire team, you are not going to get an extermination. And so this is weird and also just unfortunate because the coolest clips you can get in Halo, in my opinion, are where you continue on a multi-kill and you get multiple exterms every time you wipe out the team. So I'm testing it here because I'm just wanting to make sure, and I should have already gotten 3 exterminations every time they're all dead. Here's me getting a Killpocalypse, that should be an extermination, and here's me getting a Killionaire, that should also be an extermination. So, higher multi-exterm clips and multiple exterms in the same clip are not possible. But what about teams of less than 4 people? In Halo 3, you were awarded an extermination if they were all dead and it was at least an overkill. It looks like in Halo Infinite, it is not awarded if you are playing a team of less than 4 people. So that's in parity with Reach, H2A, and Halo 4. And because there's some other weirdness that I promise we will get to later, I tried to trick the game while still playing against 3 people to see if a 2-for-1 overkill would give me an extermination. It did not. And so I then went on to try testing it against 2 people. And so here I am trying to get an overkill on 2 people, again trying to get a 2-for-1 to see if I can trick the game. And I kind of already knew what was going to happen here, but I wanted to test it anyway. Sure enough, you cannot get an extermination on less than 4 people. That is confirmed in Halo Infinite. But now let's move on to the weird. There is some really strange stuff happening with the coding of this medal in this game still. And so here I am testing again, and I'm seeing if there's a way to get a multi-kill higher than an overkill where you get an extermination. So here I am getting a 2-for-1 Killtacular against 4 people. Hey look, I got an extermination medal. In fact, I got 2 extermination medals. And so naturally, I was pretty perplexed and curious about this, so I ended up taking 5 bots into an Octagon and wanted to try the same thing. And sure enough, I also got a Killtacular extermination there. But here I am fast forwarding, trying the exact same thing, and this time got a 4-for-1 there, and now I'm gonna kill the last guy. They're all dead against 5 people, and I don't get the extermination. Why is that? Well, I quickly found out that you only get the extermination medal if it is on the same multi-kill as an overkill. So, theoretically, here I am testing it again, I just killed 4 people in one shot and then killed the rest of them. This is against 9 bots this time because I really wanted to go crazy. I did not get an extermination this time. But here I am trying it again. So I killed 2 people with that shot, and shout out to Broey for helping me test this out. So I kill him for the triple, and I'm going to kill the rest of them, making a total of 9 for a Killpocalypse on the last shot. But this time, I am awarded an extermination medal after the Killpocalypse. Why? Because I got the overkill in the same shot. So here I am getting an 8 for 1, testing the exact same thing, and there's the extermination medal. So for the sake of consistency, and me wanting to make sure I wasn't just going crazy, here I am testing it again. So again, there's a Killpocalypse with the shot being on the overkill, and sure enough, I get an extermination for that as well. Testing it again, here's a very similar situation, except I leave a guy alive, so he's a separate shot from the overkill, and I don't get the extermination this time. And here's another 8 for 1 where I tried the exact same thing. The medals actually ran out this time, but you can hear the extermination medal from the announcer.
Extermination.
So here's some other weirdness for you. Here's me testing killing 4 people in one shot, which obviously isn't gonna happen very often, but maybe with rockets, I don't know. This could potentially happen in matchmaking. And what I noticed is, I was getting multiple extermination medals. In fact, I was getting 4 extermination medals. And when Broey first told me this, I thought, okay, it's probably just a server problem. But I tried it myself. No, it's consistent. You get 4 extermination medals if you get a 4 for 1. I don't know why this happens, but it's consistent enough that it's worth a mention. And there were other times where I would be testing this and I would just randomly get 2, 3, 4 extermination medals. And as you can see, it absolutely annihilates the kill feed when that happens. So this seems more of like a bug rather than how the medal's actually coded, but I wanted to mention it in case anyone in 343 sees this. This looks pretty funny on your screen when you're seeing multiple medals pop up for the wrong reason. So I'm not going to recap the last video that I made from Halo 5 because this is a huge improvement from how exterms worked in that game, or didn't work in that game. This is a good example, though, of how I think they should work. This is a clip from my buddy Aaron, and he's playing Hang 'em High CTF on Reach, and he's getting the extermination medal every single multi-kill because the enemies are 4 dead every single time. And so this is how I think it should work. Just simplify it. Make it pop up when the enemy team is all dead with at least an overkill. Regardless of what multi-kill you're on, regardless of how many people you're playing, just make it pop up when everyone is dead. So in Halo 3, Darren gets an extermination there against 2 people because they're all dead with at least an overkill. And here's me on H2A getting a Killpocalypse extermination because they're all dead there. It just makes for really flashy clips. This video is really meant to just be helpful toward 343 in fixing the issues exterminations currently have. I am so happy that they're back in the game and they're working a lot better than they did in Halo 5. They are a lot more meaningful than they ever were in that game. And to be honest with you, Infinite is having a major comeback right now. I hadn't played it in months, and here's me just trying for like 5 or 6 games in matchmaking. I actually had a pretty good time. This new Countdown remake is really fun. My internet still can't handle it though, which I know is an issue with this particular game because it can handle MCC totally fine. That being said, 343, keep killing it. You're doing great on this game, and I'm actually really impressed with the stuff that has been coming out. It's finally getting to a point where I think it's going to be really fun to play for most people. So, thank you guys for watching. I know this ran a little bit long, but I just wanted to be as thorough as I could, explaining all the weirdness going on here. But to anyone at 343, I hope this was helpful for you. I look forward to future updates for this game, and I hope that I'm able to release some more videos soon.
Yo, Overkill Exterm, Poggers!